Hello, I'm Aubrey Shepherd, and John Rule's here with me on the 24th of February 2014. We're going to look at Fayetteville pictures. There is Mark Swaney down by the Fulbright sign. Mark's talking about, see his Green Party jacket there on his jacket. He's looking to run for U.S. Senate in Arkansas, and I said, well, stand by this sign, this statue or whatever we call it there, the bust of Fulbright, and I think that'd be an appropriate way to start your campaign, because I know that you're very much in line with Senator Fulbright in your opinions, Mark, and he certainly, John, you were talking to him the other day. He's pretty knowledgeable on history in particular, isn't he, John?
Man ahead of his time, maybe.
Well, you know, Green Party's never won a major election in Arkansas, but
no.
The point is that they share some opinions that a lot of people have, and sometimes they modify the thoughts of some of these people who do win.
Well, there are enough beautiful things left in this state that it's important that the Green Party maintains a presence in it for the future and our children's future.
Well, I certainly agree. And anyway, we made several pictures of him, and well, I thought we'd share them all today, or not all of them. That's not, you know, when I start making pictures, you guys that come to the square, you know that I make this many pictures of just one couple with a kid and a dog or something sometimes, and
right,
and put several of those on, but not usually this many, just one person at a time.
Well, I grew up in the brownie snap picture era when everyone stood like sticks and stared back at
yeah, now
and
it's
squinted.
Digital. You can just let them do whatever they do and snap
right.
them and show them or not. And so he's got some great looks in there. But we'll be seeing more of him, I'm sure, as time goes along. And he's doing what John from Greenland did a few years ago.
Gray, yeah.
John Gray ran, and he did a great job. And
yeah.
when he spoke, he just like this man. He was very authoritative.
They're very knowledgeable. They can talk from statistics and so forth without any hesitation.
And going back and knowing the history of the state, the nation, and he would.
Yeah.
Mark was talking about world history in depth.
All right.
Listening to it.
A lot of that.
I think it's. I wish that we could get deeper in the thought of all our candidates that way. Get them to express more than just the popular thing of the moment that we hear so often.
Well, we need a wide range of response. Any species has to have a wide range of response in order to have enough survivors after the next crisis for the next generation. And that variety of response is a strength. We don't think of it as one, but in government and all, we have an overarching agreement or structure, and within that we need all these varieties of response so that we can pick and choose the best one, we hope.
Okay, well, we better get off here now,
I think so.
And we'll do some more. Till next time, Aubrey Shepherd and John Rule asking you to do your part to keep Arkansas green. Hello, it's Aubrey Shepherd again with John Rule, and it's the 24th of February 2014, and we're looking at some development sites. There's one, you see a big sign. A lot of times you see the for sale sign, but then you look along there and there's a smaller sign that will be telling you either what they're planning to build or that they're getting permission to rezone and various things. So this one is a large-scale development, and it's a pretty big parcel of land. You can see it's prairie land in the background. That's supposed to come up at the subdivision committee this coming Thursday, and the planning commission in first week or so of March. So, you'll be learning more about what they want to build there. Notice how the land is sunken around the tree. Well, it's not really sunken. The tree is on the existing original surface, and they've put red dirt and gravel and stuff all over this prairie lot. It used to be a pasture. See the deer tracks, deer still walking through there, and but it's not the natural soil anymore. But thank goodness, the few trees they left, I think there might be only 3 on the property of moderate size even, and the rest of them are gone, and the prairie grass is all buried under that gravel and stuff on the surface. And I'll tell you what, it just strange that it's been allowed to be graded off like that. And that was kind of a shocking thing to me. Maybe somebody did that just before it was sold, or it's for sale, and it's already done. But you'd think that they would have to have that approval before the grading would have been done there. So I was a little shocked about that. We'll see those coming up at the next couple of meetings of Planning Commission and then eventually City Council. But if you have opinion, go out there and look at it on Cato Springs Road, not far off Razorback Road, and walk around and see the adjacent property that's still got its vegetation. See how much higher that is than the land to the west of it, to the east of it. It's the way we're looking at it now, the east is to the right, and you can see across 15th Street, Cato Springs Road there. But this kind of place that's going to reduce the holding capacity of that land to protect the watershed. And that's the biggest problem with this kind of thing. And of course, any vegetation, natural vegetation that was growing there, whether it was tree or tall grass or whatever crop was growing there, would have been helping to clean the air and cleanse the water that runs off and so forth. And it won't be soaking in the way it did. So it's a big loss of the watershed every time we see this. Of course, they've just widened Cato Springs Road through there and put a big wide trail. Well, they're not saying that's an official trail, I guess, along the street, but it's big enough for a trail walker or bicyclist or whatever who needs to use it. And it's certainly a nice paving job they did there, but the watershed always suffers when you widen the street, when you put in more pavement for a sidewalk, and when you build the land like this. I don't know what they're planning to build there exactly, but the question, would it have really required denuding the place before it's even apparently purchased? And there's some graffiti, that's the good news, on a barn, an old barn right next door. And fortunately, we can show this one because it doesn't have any cuss words in it to offend small children and their mothers and daddies who may be watching. So, but look at that ground. That's not the black, rich soil that was on the surface there. You can just sample that around those trees. And of course, this grass has been planted along the new higher pavement there. Is also not on enough topsoil to grow the native plants particularly. And I don't know what they'll do for street trees, dig out some more little holes and put some along there, I guess. But you can see on the other side how wide that sidewalk is, the new sidewalk. But this is the kind of thing you'll get to see come forward before long. And we've got many more examples to share. Looks like I made too many pictures of this one site, so maybe we don't have anything else. There is a sample now of a different view of it, and you'll see a sample photo of the land adjacent to it, which is still being used as urban agricultural property. And you can see it's lower, it's not been built up. You can see evidence that it is wetland out there. See the little tufts of grass out there. Those little things, John. You know when you see wetland.
Yes,
whether it's full-time wetland or just part-time.
All too often, what happens is that we pave, grade, and fill, and the water table drops and the rest goes off to the Gulf of Mexico.
Right, taking pollutants with it. Till next time, Aubrey Shepherd and John Rule from Fayetteville, Arkansas. See ya.